Hello! In this video, I'm going to show you how to create proper sprites for your game. To do this, we will need some form of image editing software. I will be using Paint.net. Please note that some features of Paint.net may not be available in other programs or may have a different name. First, we'll go over the basics of creating a sprite. The two main ways of creating a good sprite are freehand, which is basically just regular art except on the computer. Many professionals use a stylus with an iPad or specialized digital drawing pad, so that it is basically just painting or drawing on the computer. This is, in my opinion, the hardest to get something really good out of. But if you are good, it provides the best results. The other main way to create a good sprite is pixel art, which sacrifices some of the quality whilst still looking good if used well, and it's a lot easier to create. First, we'll look at creating a character sprite. If you're going to do freehand, then just go ahead and draw on the canvas. A few useful tools will be the More option in Colors and the Layers feature. With layers, you can separate different parts of the sprite, such as the head, body, arms, and legs on a character. So that way, if you have to restart one specific piece, you can just delete everything on one layer instead of having to redo half the sprite. And if you want to change the angle of one of the arms, you can just select the layer it is on and move only one thing, instead of having to redo the arm entirely. If you're going to do pixel art, then first you will want to zoom in to roughly 800% and have the display pixel grid when zoomed in option turned on. Then you will want to use the pencil tool. This allows you to do your image one pixel at a time. Now you just draw your character. Once you are done, you should just crop your image down, and then you will want to remove all of the white around your sprite. This way there won't be a white block surrounding your character when you put it in the game. Now, if you're doing freehand, then you should pretty much just save and it should be done. But if you're going to do pixel art, then I would recommend going to image and resizing to roughly 4 times the actual size. And don't forget to use nearest neighbor. So 2 to 4, maybe 8 times the normal size, which is 144. And if everything is correct, then that should be 1 pixel before, should be 4 by 4 cube of pixels, and that should be a good size. And then just file and save, and just name it, I don't know, character. I don't know, you could name it player 1 or whatever. Next, we're going to create a sprite for a tiled background, which you can use when you want a simple, fast, and easy background for your game. In this example, I'm going to create an extremely simple sand sprite. The easiest way to create something like this is to use the specific paint bucket tools. Please note that with some image editing programs, this may not be available, or various features may have different names. Start by resizing the canvas to 32 by 32 pixels, which I've already done, and zooming in to 800% again. This is the smallest recommended size for a tiled background, and you can make it bigger at a later stage if necessary. Next, get a color you want as the base and select the paint bucket tool. So, for instance, since I'm doing sand, I'll just select just regular yellow, and now that I've got the paint bucket tool, I'm going to select a different fill type and just go through these and find a texture which you think fits. Since I'm doing sand, I think the wave texture is suitable. And now that you've done this, you'll want to select a second color. Oh, you'll want to click off first, and then you'll want to select a second color and the paint bucket tool again, and you want to choose the solid color and set tolerance to 0 and fill in the gaps. Maybe change the color, and there you have it, a simple sand texture. Now you can resize the image to 64 by 64, 128 by 128, etc., etc., to change how big the texture is. Just, yeah. In a regular sprite background, you simply resize the canvas to the size of your layout, which you can find in the layout properties, and then you just create a sprite. One easy way to make something that looks good is by combining multiple tiled backgrounds like in this, which I made earlier. Now, you will want to add your background or play a sprite to the game, which is all covered in the next video.